So how did I end up sitting here in this cheap hotel in Kenora and get a discount? I'll tell you. I went back to Toronto to visit my parents, partly visit, partly to handle something. My dad, you guys know, he's getting pretty old and he has lost his license, all right? He's no longer allowed to drive. And he said, I don't want to see the car anymore. Get rid of the car. I can't drive anymore. You got to come and get the car. Get rid of the car. So I flew back there to get rid of the car. I'm taking the car and I'm bringing it out west to give to another family member because selling a car is not going to make that much money and he just wants it out of his hair. So here's my situation. I go back there. I get the car and I don't have any insurance and I don't own the car. It's not my car and I think he has insurance. I'm not sure. He's got plates on it, but his license is suspended, so he's not allowed to drive. And I said, I don't know legally what I'm allowed to do. I'll just get in the car and drive it to my province, and I will register it in this new family member's name when I get there. Right? It's no problem. I'm just going to drive across Canada. What can happen? So I start going, and I end up in Thunder Bay. I'm driving my way west in Canada, and I'm going over the northern shore of Lake Superior. And I'm in Thunder Bay driving. Second day of driving. I'm very careful going the speed limit. You know, I don't want to get pulled over. So this is my car. I don't have any insurance. It's my dad's car. He doesn't have all that stuff. So I'm doing things on the straight and narrow. And as I'm driving, there's a little bit of construction. There's signs that maybe I'm not paying attention. But for some reason, in Canada, on the main highway across Canada, it's called the Trans-Canada Highway. When you get to Thunder Bay, as you leave Thunder Bay, if you want to keep going west on the Trans-Canada Highway, you have to keep your eyes open and you get to this small little road and there's a sign that says turn right to continue on the Trans-Canada Highway on this little road. But if you don't see that sign and you keep driving straight on the big road, that does not go across Canada. That veers to the south. And I guess I veered to the south. And that road veers to the south for about 20 kilometers, and as I'm driving, and I'm thinking, I'm going south, but I should be going west, I'm going south, maybe it's just a little bit of a bend in the road. All of a sudden, the road just turns left, and it narrows, and all of a sudden there's these big orange things, plastic things sticking up on the left and to the right of me, and it's getting narrower and narrower and narrower, and I'm in this one lane all of a sudden, and I look forward and I come around the corner and it says, "Welcome to the United States." And I go, what the hell? I put the brakes on. I go, what do you mean, welcome to the United States? And it's the U.S. border the crossing into the U.S. Welcome sign, and there's cars lined up. They're going through the border check. I don't want to go to the United States. What, are you nuts? I'm supposed to be going west. What the hell's going on? I'm freaking out. Okay, well, what do? I stopped, and I'll back up. I'll just back up, pull a U-ing, So I start backing up, but there's people behind me. It's one lane. They got these barriers, I guess, because they want you to go, and I go, I can't go. I don't have my passport. I wasn't planning on going to the U.S. So what do? I look around, and these orange plastic things that are sticking up to keep you on the road, they're about 10 feet apart, and there's a little curb. And I said, well, screw it, I'll just pull a U-ey here. And I pulled a U-ey over the curb, maneuvered myself on the road, turned around and said, I'm not going to the United States. And I started heading back. Well, as soon as I pulled the U and I started heading back, 100 yards in front of me, it says, welcome to Canada. What do you mean, welcome to Canada? I haven't left Canada. And that's because at the border crossing, I don't know, is this the same for you guys? The U.S. border crossing goes over here if you're going that way, and the Canada border crossing is over here if you're going this way. They're not parallel. They're vertical. That doesn't make any sense. I haven't left. I pulled the U-ey, and now I'm in line to re-enter Canada. And I'm thinking, I don't have my passport. I never left Canada. This isn't my car. I don't have insurance. If they look up the car, it's my dad's car. His license is suspended. What the hell am I going to do? And my brain is thinking, I'm thinking, okay, I've got to come up with a lie that will work. And I, 2 or 3 lies started brewing in my brain, like how I can trick the border agent into letting me back in. And I was like third in line. And when it was eventually my turn to go to the kiosk, I realized that I can't think of a good lie, so I'll just tell the truth. And I pulled up there, and the guy, as soon as I pulled up, he says, a passport, please. And I pulled up my driver's license. I gave the driver's license to him, and I said, I am such an idiot, sir. I don't know what's going on. I was in Thunder Bay, I was driving west, and then I guess I wasn't paying attention, and next thing I know, I'm on this road heading to the US, and I don't want to go into the US because I don't even have my passport, so just 10 feet behind me here, before getting to the US border crossing, I pulled a U-turn. Did you guys have cameras? Did you see me? I did a U-turn and now I'm here. I never left, but I'm here. It looks like I'm coming back in, but I never left. And he looks at me and he goes, a lot of people make this mistake. This road is not very well signed, and certainly the exit I know the one you're talking about. You missed the right turn, didn't you? And I said, yeah, I missed the right. I guess I missed the right turn. And he goes, did you go past that big yellow, like a little bit of a bridge there? Did you go past that bridge over there? And my brain's working. What do you mean, did you go past this? This is a trick question. Why did it? I guess if you go past the bridge, you're technically in the United States and lined up to the, and no, I didn't go past the bridge. I might have, I don't remember. I said, I just as soon as I saw the sign that said, welcome to the US, I saw the border crossing, I went over the curb and came back here. And he says, all right, yeah, this could be a long drawn out ordeal if I try and, if we get complicated here, but I don't see a problem. He gives me back my license. He says, just go back 25 kilometers, go back to Thunder Bay. And, when you get to that, where you missed the turn left, you're back on the Trans-Canada and you keep going. And the whole time I'm thinking, am I going to get away with it? Am I going to get away with it? And I couldn't concentrate really because I had to take a piss. All I could think of really was, God, if he pulls me in there and wants to question, puts me in a room, I need to go to the bathroom. So I pull away, I say, thank you, I really appreciate it. And I pull away, and about 1 kilometer down the road, there's a little bit of a side dirt road, and I pull off, and I go around this road and kind of get behind these big shrub tree things. And I get out of that car and I have one of the, I had a great piss. I'm thinking, I got away with it. I'm just emptying the bladder, because I'd been driving for hours, right? And then the stress. And so I'm taking a leak there, happy as can be. And while I'm taking a leak, I hear sirens. Wow, wow, wow. And I'm behind the shrubs and trees taking a leak. But I could see the road through the foliage, and zoom, 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 3 cop cars zooming by. And I'm thinking, they're after me. They're coming to get me. They finally looked at the video, and maybe I crossed the bridge, and I illegally entered the United States and came back into Canada without proper identification. Or maybe they noticed, they looked at their video, they could see he's driving a car with Ontario plates, and we looked at the car, and it's registered to someone who does not have his license or insurance anymore, and the identification he gave me was an Alberta license. What the hell is going on, right? Some supervisor figured this out and said, get him, get that guy back. And so they're coming after me. So what do? I finished taking a leak. I shake again, because, you got to do the double shake. I get back in the car and I think, all right, I just got to get out of here. Hopefully I could get back to the highway and avoid being captured. So I get in the car and I start going and say, well, maybe there's another way. And I pull out the phone and I Google Maps. And I put in Kenora, because I'm going west. And Google Maps says, proceed down the route 500 meters and turn left. Okay, so I go 500 meters and turn left. It's kind of like a one lane like only one lane. Like if two cars come, you gotta kind of have really slow down to get by each other. Farmers Road. It looked like a turn left. Okay, so I turned down this road. Proceed 11 kilometers until you get to rural Route 13, and then turn right. So I'm driving. Turn right on rural Route 13. Proceed 800 meters, and then turn left at Township Road number. I'm weaving through these farmers' fields, forested roads in the middle of nowhere, and I look down at my phone, and I noticed that I'm losing charge. Right? I pick up the phone. I go, it's down to like 2%. It's going to run out of power, and because I got a stupid iPhone, right? The battery's designed to just not work. I got to plug it in. And this isn't my car. I've never plugged anything in. I tried to use the, I don't know anything about this car. Right? I tried to turn the radio on. It wouldn't work. The stereo wouldn't work. There's all these push button things. I don't understand. But anyways, I open the middle console, and there's a USB port. So I plug my phone into the USB port, because I can't, if Google Maps stops working, I'm lost. So I plug it in. And as soon as I plug my phone into the USB port, it starts charging, and through the car speakers, the voice says, proceed another 300 meters and then make a left on rural Route 14. Like really loud through the speakers. Like, all of a sudden the stereo's working. Because I guess I had it was set on auxiliary or something instead of FM or whatever. It was really loud because now my phone's coming through the stereos. In 300 meters, turn left at rural route number 24. And I think, okay, well, this is working. And then there's about a 2-second pause, and all of a sudden, John Travolta starts singing, right? John Travolta. You know what I want? Ba, 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 woo, woo, woo. You know what I want? He's singing, and there's music, and I was stressed for a minute there, but then next thing you know, I'm feeling happy. John Travolta singing, and just as John Travolta is singing, I make the right onto rural Route 24, and I come up a rise, and things open up, and there in front of me is the highway. You know what I want? Wah, 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 woo, woo, woo. Right? I'm like, I'm dancing. I am dancing now, going, yeah, baby, this is working out. And I come out, and I'm back on the highway. But I get to the highway, and there's an orange barrier in front. And as I get closer, I notice to my right on the Trans-Canada Highway, there's like 15 police cars. There's lights going, police cars. They're setting up orange barricades. I pull up like this, and I'm ready to turn left. And this very large female police woman stop right there. Like she comes up, she goes, hold on. She comes up to me, and she looks at me, she goes, where are you coming from? And I go, I don't know, I'm coming from down there. I'm just going to turn left, and I'm heading to Kenora. And she looks around. She goes, you're coming from out of there? And I go, yeah. And she goes, well, you are one lucky son of a bitch. I go, what do you mean? She goes, the road's closed. There's a huge accident with a semi-trailer just down here. Everyone that was coming from Thunder Bay, we've turned them around and sending them back. And I'm thinking, that's what the 3 police cars, zoom, 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 that when I was taking a piss, they weren't after me. They were going to the scene of the accident. There's like cops everywhere. She goes, it's closed. It's a fatality crash, and we've closed the road, and we're sending everyone back to Thunder Bay. We didn't think there was another way around here. She goes, how the hell did you come out of there? Like, do you live here? I go, no, I'm coming from Thunder Bay. I must have made a wrong turn. She goes, well, how did you come out here? And I said, I don't know. All I did was I went to the border by mistake. I almost crossed the border. I pulled a Yui. Then I put on Google Maps. I was losing power on my phone. I plugged it in. And next thing you know, John Travolta's singing. And here I am. And she just looks at me and goes, you are one lucky son of a bitch. Okay. You're going to have a good time in Kenora. Drive safe. I turn left. I'm heading to Kenora. There's nobody on the road. I'm listening to Grease. John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John. Because that's the only album that's downloaded on my phone. Grease. So I make it to Kenora. I pull into this motel. There's nobody here. I go, hey, where is everybody? They said we had a whole bunch of bookings, but they're all been canceled. Something about a big accident. I go, yeah, really? So I guess you guys are offering some discounts. I'm just trying to decide where to stay. The guy goes, I'll give you 50% off. So here I am in a cheap motel that was regularly like $89 a night. I'm here for $45. Breakfast included. And I'm going to spend the night here and then continue on my way west. And I'm going all the way to the coast. Guys, I'm doing a hell of a lot of driving, but can you believe that story? Every word is absolutely true. And I thought I had to share it with you guys because, hey, that kind of stuff doesn't happen every day. Adventure. Life is about adventures, okay? You step out and you start doing stuff and shit happens. I will catch you. Leave some comments. Let me know if you have a great story that's happened to you. Share it with everyone who's watching. And I will catch you guys on the next one.